Hello, welcome. This is about us, about myDropWizard, a quick introduction to myDropWizard for prospective employees. So, hello, my name is David Snowpack. I'm one of 3 co-founders of myDropWizard. I have a technical developer background. I've worked as a software developer in some form or fashion for 15 plus years. I've started several other businesses, including some SaaS startups, as well as a consulting development company. And I'm located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We are actually a distributed company, so we have people all over the place. The 3 co-founders, though, are located primarily in the Midwest. My role, I serve currently in a CEO, CTO type role, but do lots and lots of other things as we're a small, young company, so we all kind of got to do a little bit of everything. I'd also like to introduce to you Elliot Christensen. He is another one of the co-founders. He has both a technical and business background, maybe a little bit stronger on the business end. He ran an ISP and web development agency for 20 years in Green Bay, Wisconsin. He's still located in Green Bay and likes Packers. Yeah. And he serves kind of in a VP sales role, among other things. And Will Long, he has also technical developer type background with lots and lots of experience. He ran a freelance development consulting business and is building on the side another SaaS startup, DropShark.io, if you're interested. And he's located in the Chicago area. And he serves in kind of a VP engineering type role, among others, as always. So what do? We Drupal. Drupal is the core technology that we work with as part of our business. It's a CMS and framework for building websites. A CMS is content management system, in case that's not a term you're familiar with. It's similar to like a WordPress or a Joomla or something like that. And Drupal's used by businesses, nonprofits, governments, and educational institutions. Drupal likes to brag that while it's not used by the most websites, like WordPress is used by a lot of websites, it's used by some of the biggest websites. So our origin story, how did we end up coming together from all of our different things to create myDropWizard? So we all did project work, meaning like building websites or adding features using Drupal for many years. And that's basically, client gives you some set of requirements and you build them for an hourly rate. We found that there was a critical need in the market for support and maintenance. So all websites require ongoing maintenance and support, even if the owners of the websites don't immediately realize that that's the case. And most service providers, meaning most agencies that build websites, only want to build new stuff. Their whole business, the way that they organize themselves, everything is geared towards project work, towards building new things, where support maintenance is really inherently a different kind of work. And support from these traditional agencies, because they're not really geared for it. Some actually are. I mean, some traditional agencies do a really good job at support maintenance, but that's kind of the exception, not the rule. Anyway, support from traditional agencies is usually bad. Or it just doesn't happen at all. Like they don't want to give support, they avoid giving support, or they just say straight up that this isn't something they do. And when they do it, it's frequently unprofitable for them because they're geared for project work, which means all their developers are working on the next thing. And to do support maintenance, they have to grab this developer from this project, which is probably late or just barely going to make its deadline, because that's kind of the nature of deadlines, and pull them over to go do the support work, which of course they'll kind of try to rush through. They'll bill their client, their project rate, because everything is project work, which, organizations with a Drupal website don't necessarily want to pay a project rate for just fixing a bug, because in their minds they think, well, why didn't the website just work the way it was supposed to? Anyway, so there's a lot of problems with the way things currently work. But we felt that a company that only does support maintenance could do it right, could do it much better. And when done at scale, with processes and automation, could provide a lot of value at a low cost, that we could by focusing on support and maintenance, do it cheaper on our end, which means delivering it at a price that our customers want, which is good. All good things. So where do we fit in exactly? We provide service and support for clients with Drupal 6, 7, and 8 websites. Drupal 8 is currently the latest version of Drupal. We use a subscription model with a fixed monthly fee rather than an hourly fee, so our customers pay the same amount every month, and we deliver a fixed scope of services to them. We perform security updates and bug fixes, and also handle routine maintenance and answering just questions. There's always turnover at any organization, and that great training that they got from the agency when the site was delivered, the new people don't know that necessarily, so they might not even know how to use their own site. And we also can act as the support department. It says support depart, I'll have to fix that later, for other Drupal agencies. This is our white label service. Basically, incoming requests, depending on how the agency wants to set it up. Actually, we do a lot of different models, but at kind of the most built-out model, any incoming requests from the customers will come to us, either through a ticket system or through a dedicated email address we set up for them. And then we'll look at the request. If it's in scope of the service that we do, then we take care of it. The agency doesn't need to stop what they're doing. If it's outside of the scope of the services we provide, then we escalate it back to the agency. So basically, it allows Drupal agencies to focus on what they do best, which is building new sites, and we can take the support maintenance work off of them. So some quick examples. Let's say there's a nonprofit called Save the Widgets, which is a small local nonprofit with 4 full-time employees. All of them are non-technical. Say that's like a executive director, volunteer coordinator, programs director. Anyway, things that focus on saving the widgets and not maintaining a website. And then a whole bunch of volunteers that they have helping with their cause. So they have a Drupal website that was built by an agency. The website is great. The agency did a wonderful job. But sometimes they need help to fix little problems because none of them are technical, right? They're just trying to save the widgets, and if something comes up, they need someone to call or someone to email to take care of things. And that's kind of where we fit in. And I guess I add this other bullet point on here that maybe the agency that built the site can't help right away. There's like a 2-week delay because they're busy working on project work and can't just pull a developer off. They have to schedule it in with their normal resource planning. They charge a large hourly fee, like $150 an hour, same as the rate that they charge when they're building the site, but that might not be appropriate, and it's hard for the nonprofit to budget for. So we can step in, we act very quickly, we can take care of most requests or issues within 24 hours, and we charge a predictable fixed subscription fee. So another example, central IT at a university. Let's say if you have a small local university that has 10 Drupal sites for its biggest departments. And this is going great. They're loving Drupal, they're loving these sites, and they want to build lots and lots more sites for more things at the university. But central IT, who built the sites, doesn't have time to build new ones while also trying to support these 10 sites that are already launched. So we can step in, again acting as the support department for these existing customers, while central IT focuses on building site number 11, site number 12. Oh, another typo on the slide, that should be number 11. So one of the ways that we describe our service is the fire department for your Drupal site. This metaphor isn't perfect. We're still searching for the perfect metaphor because we don't just handle emergencies. Although maybe it is a good metaphor because sometimes the fire department comes by and gets the cat out of the tree, right? So, we're taking care of emergencies like your site going down or getting hacked or any of that kind of stuff, but we also come and get the cat out of the tree, right? We help with the little stuff too. In fact, we do way more of the little stuff than any of the big catastrophic fires. So, who are our customers? A strong plurality are nonprofits, some 40-some%. Others include businesses, governments, educational institutions. Most of the Drupal companies out there serve kind of the mid-market to the enterprise market, so they're serving up-market. We serve kind of the market below that, the sort of lower to mid-market. We do a tiny bit of enterprise, but that's not where we're focusing our energy. We kind of feel like an enterprise institution would probably also have, an IT department that could take care of these kinds of things, and we're kind of looking for the people who lack that. So we cater to lots of little guys rather than a handful of really, really big guys. Because a lot of our customers are nonprofits, we've recently been kind of focusing on nonprofits. Most of our nonprofit customers are stuck on Drupal 6, which is this old end-of-life version of Drupal. The current version is Drupal 8. They can't afford to pay a traditional agency to make them a new custom Drupal 8 site and migrate them to it. It's just outside of their reach. So many of them are leaving Drupal altogether for WordPress and other platforms. So, the Drupal community is losing something. We're also losing customers. So we created this new product. This is a very new thing for us, called Round Earth.io. It's a SaaS solution for nonprofits. It's based on Drupal 8 and Civa CRM, which is an open source CRM tool. And we're offering affordable migrations from Drupal 6 or 7 or other platforms to Round Earth.io, giving them, all the features they need by basically sharing the cost with other customers. If there's a certain type of nonprofit that needs, features X, Y, and Z, probably a similar kind of nonprofit also needs those features. So we're kind of creating this shared platform to do all of the things that a particular type of nonprofit needs, so that we can get them to Drupal 8 and keep them using Drupal and keep them being our customers. So that's kind of, who we are, what we do, our products, and then here are some of the guiding principles, some of the things that makes, we think, our company our company. So we believe in helping people first and making technology second. While we support technology and we build technology, we build tons and tons of tools for doing what we do, we are not a tech company. We're a support company. Our primary aim is to help people. And that's not to say we don't do cool technical stuff. We do cool technical stuff, so if that's what you like. But that's not why we're here. We're not Google, where you couldn't get someone on the phone or even someone to send an email to answer a question. Like, we're the complete opposite of that. We want to always be available, always making support be the primary thing that we do. So we build cool things, but not just for the sake of building cool things. And we look for a problem and we solve it. Some of these bullet points are covered on a different guiding principle later. Sorry for the general disorganization, but I'll just read this one here too. That means that we sometimes end up doing work that others don't want to do, but it's the work that our customers need. So doing the right thing, we don't want to deceive anyone or trick anyone. If someone is served better by not using our products, we will tell them that, because we want to solve their problem. Even if at the end of the sales process, the solution is not something that we can provide them, right? We aim to treat everyone with respect. And, even if doing the wrong thing is legal, if it's not, prevented by the law, we still don't do the wrong thing. We believe in democratizing the power of technology for non-techies. So technology can be very powerful. We're techies, myself, Elliot, Will. So we are able to wield that power directly. But, we want to enable non-techies to also do amazing things with technology. So what this means is that we can do that through support and documentation and making things easier. We also believe in open source. Drupal and many of the other technologies we use are open source. If you are yourself not a technical person, you might not know what that means. That means that people all over the world collaborate to build this software. It's not really owned by any one group. There's communities of people, usually including some amount of volunteers, but also commercial entities that collaborate to build this thing together. So we prefer open source whenever possible, and we contribute back to open source whenever possible. We believe in constantly striving to learn and improve. Every day, we strive to do our best work. If we don't succeed, because you won't always succeed, just to be honest here, we try to figure out why and do better the next time. Learning and improving is important both for the business and for each employee. So with this principle, we mean, contributing to the knowledge of the business, making the business better, making sort of learning that's part of the product, but also personal growth and personal learning. We believe in approaching the problem first and the solution second. So we never approach a problem with the solution already in mind. Address the problem and then find the best solution for it. So I had mentioned this earlier, that there were some bullet points on the side where they shouldn't have been, but again, the same sort of idea. This is how we end up providing services that people need, but no one wants to provide, right? It's not sexy saying I support and maintain websites. You want to say I built this big, cool website that did this thing. Those are people who want to build cool things. They're looking to build cool things. And it's great if that big, cool thing solves a problem, but you should never start there. We don't start there. We start with the problem and find the thing that will solve that problem. This also means that we choose approaches and solutions that are efficient. We don't build something overly complicated if something simpler will do, and we always end up solving the actual problem. Sometimes people will say, oh, I want to do this cool, crazy thing, and here's a place that it might help, and so they build the cool, crazy thing, and then at the end of it they say, oh, that kind of didn't really even solve the problem anyway. So, there's advantages to this type of principle that we have and we really believe in. So the last principle, we believe in process, standardization, and efficiency. We're not just working. We're not just showing up and doing the tasks, but we are designing the work. We're coming up with the best way to do the thing that we do and documenting it as a process, standardizing on it, constantly trying to make it better. Because the process is the product, right? We can say the product is support maintenance, or the product is round earth IO, but the real product is these processes that make sure that we always are delivering a great experience to our customers, that we're, not breaking things as we're trying to fix them, and so on. And we're always thinking about how to make things easier and more efficient. So really quickly at the end, I'm trying to make this presentation as short as possible. What are we looking for in an employee? What is the profile of an ideal employee? We want people who want to help others overcome obstacles. So not just wanting to do tech for the sake of tech, not just wanting to build big, cool things, but actually wanting to help other people succeed. We want people who want to learn and grow and constantly strive to be better, not just showing up and putting in your time and going home, but trying to keep getting better at what you're doing. We want people who ask for help when they need it. We don't want people who kind of just go off and do something on their own because they don't exactly know what to do. We want people to be involved in the process, to realize that we're a team working together to accomplish the same goals, to ask for help when help is needed. We want people who are patient. The customers that we work with are frequently in a real or perceived emergency. So there's value in going slowly, listening, being patient. We want people who are good and clear communicators, especially over email. A ton of our work is done over email. It's really easy to write unclear emails that give the wrong impression, that come off as dismissive. So we are looking for people who can do a good job communicating. We want people who care about the details. The details are important, especially when process and standardization is so important to us as a company. You need to worry about the details, but we also want people who see the big picture. We don't want anyone to just get stuck in a place where they're only looking at their current task, where they're only looking at their current department or their current role. We need to always be looking at the whole picture, to make sure that the work that we're doing as individuals is actually contributing to the goals of the company as a whole, which is helping our customers, right? So, thank you for listening. Again, my name is David Snopek. You can find us on our website, email us at support@myDropWizard.com. This is our mailing address. Please contact us if you're interested in working for us. Thank you.